I always call that card playing versus fighting. So when Five of Wands shows up, that's what this card is here. We see a group of people who are either playing like children, all holding up wands and sticks and playing, or it could be, competition and fighting. It has a lot of Mars energy either way. But whenever I see this card, I always say, look at the playful side of it. Look at the absurdity of any little problems or petty annoyances, or if there's competition, try to see through it. Playing versus fighting is the name of this card that I usually say. And if there's any little struggles or competition or things that you want to get through, there's going to be someone who is a water sign who's going to be really helpful to you towards that. So this is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This is being compassionate and being tender-hearted and loving. This is a very intuitive card, very psychic. So in some ways, this card, this water sign, can help you see through these problems and get through to if there's any struggles or competitiveness or demands, if even there's like multiple people fighting over you. That could also be one of the meanings of this card, in the sense of competitions, many suitors or arguments that are around you. This person, this water sign, is going to help you through that. So Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio could all be very helpful to you, or also just someone who embodies this archetype with this Queen of Cups. So someone who's in a position of authority, especially regarding matters of the heart. So someone who may be a counselor, or just a good confidant, a good friend, even perhaps, or mother figure, sibling, anyone who embodies compassionate, heart-driven responses to things. They're going to help you see through that. They're also going to help you navigate your way through things right now, because your judgment is a little clouded right now, Aquarius. This card, Chariot, always shows the way through. Chariot is a card of domination, of victory, of hard control. He also relies on his instincts to make decisions between whether to go right or left, whatever's going to help him cross the finish line. So it's a card of being in the flow, in the zone, headed towards victory, running the race and winning the race. But right now, that's challenging for you. You may be a little bit directionless, is what I'm getting, Aquarius. It may be hard to see your direction, or the normal ways that you navigate things may not be available to you right now. And I'm getting the sense that what you really need to do at the beginning of May is to take a time out and use this time as R&R, as rest and relaxation. But I'm also seeing that you're having some resistance towards that. Because it's in the reverse position. Usually when cards are in the reverse, it means they're in shadow, there's resistance, there's doubt or fear. It may mean that you're resisting taking a time out, because this card it shows the warrior who is taking a time out from the battle. It's, these three swords are hung up on the wall, and then there's a fourth one off in the distance. And it's really an opportunity to gain some insight, to recharge your batteries, especially during this Mercury retrograde. Which happens all through May, till May 22nd it wraps up. So and during Mercury retrogrades, it's a time to renew, recharge, rest, relax, all those going back into yourself and recharging your batteries to fight another day. I am getting a sense, however, Aquarius, that you're resisting that. You don't think you have the luxury to take a time out, or you have doubts about resting or relaxing. You have worries or fears. See because that's not the normal way that you navigate through things. Normally you're willing to fight through it, to go through and dominate and conquer. And, you might need to just hear some soft words from a water sign. Again, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer are going to have some sage advice for you at the beginning of May, especially regarding taking action or making decisions versus taking a time out and resting and recouping, which is really what you need right now, Aquarius, for the beginning of May. I do see in the middle of the month, there's some interesting dynamics going on. There's someone who is either an air sign or is, which is Gemini, Libra, or this could be you, Aquarius, who is, the young part of themselves is coming out. And they're kind of sticking to their guns about something. They're holding the sword of the truth, and they're standing on the top of the hill and saying, "This is my truth. This is a cause that I'm willing to fight for, and I'm sticking to it." And there's someone who's an earth sign, potentially Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, who is kind of digging their heels in. I'm almost getting that it's a Taurus, but it could be any of the earth signs. And they are in opposition to you. I'm reading this as you, Aquarius, because you are an air sign, and Page of Swords is air. It could also be Gemini or Libra, but there is some sort of struggle or even a power dynamic happening between a mother figure or someone who's in authority versus the younger person. The person who's in charge of the money, that's usually Queen of Coins energy, versus the younger or the idealistic upstart. So this person may be saying, "I want to do this. I'm ready to go out into the world." And this person's saying, "No, I'm not going to give you the money to go do it." Or you don't have access to the budget. Or I really advise against that. So this might be something that you're just witnessing. Or you might be involved in some tensions with a earth sign person who's in an authority position towards the middle of the month. This queen is not seeing eye to eye with you. This one is supportive. So if there's an earth sign woman who's in an authority position, there may be some struggles with her, especially regarding like ideologies or what you believe to be true. There's a way in which in the middle of the month you may be overly concerned about what other people think. This card is Hanged Man, and Hanged Man surrenders to things. When Hangman shows up in the reverse, this is actually the reverse position for Hangman, it shows that you're not surrendering, perhaps. And I mean, along with this card, it's saying you may be really just sticking to your guns. And with these two cards together, I'm going to say be careful that you don't become too dogmatic about something. Be careful that you don't, I'm not going to say quite arrogant, because it's not really in either of these cards to be arrogant, but something like Aquarius is a fixed-natured sign. So you guys can sometimes like latch onto an idea and not be willing to bend from it. And there's one other sign that's like that, which is Taurus, which can dig in its heels and not be really stubborn. That's the word I'm looking for, is be careful towards the middle of the month of not being too stubborn. Because the low side of Hangman is, I'm going to do it my own way, and I don't care if it kills me. I'm not moving from my position. I don't care what the consequences are. And this person is saying, I'm right. I'm standing up for what I believe. It can be very idealistic in the sense of like, I'm standing behind my cause. I believe this to be true, but not to the point of being stubborn where you're not willing to consider others' points of view. This person's not seeing eye to eye with you right now. So remember to be flexible towards the middle of the month, especially regarding what you believe to be a cause that you're willing to die for, almost, that you're willing to not surrender. And don't be so concerned about what other people think. That's Hangman in reverse can sometimes say that you're not marching to the beat of your own drum. You're not honoring your own uniqueness. So I do see some nice lovers energy coming up in the middle of the month too. If you are in partnership, you may notice a new level of intimacy, a new level of vulnerability, just a lot of sensuality. It's really a focus on the relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, it may be a time when that opens up for you, or when you are becoming more open to that. It's showing up for you. In other words, it might be a time that if you are having struggle with any sort of earth sign, that could also be a mother figure or an older sister, an aunt, or just someone in your workplace who is older than you or has more authority, is in like a management or authority position, that you might find a lot of solace in your relationship. Or it might be just nice time to think about what you want in a relationship. Relationship is showing up in a nice way for you after this potential conflict or disagreement shows up in the middle of May. And then at the end of the month, I also see more nice relationship energy. This is Two of Cups. This is an exchange of hearts. So towards the second half of May for you, Aquarius, relationship is really featured. There is a way in which something seems as though you may not get good advice from an air sign. So whether this is Gemini, Libra, or if this is you, Aquarius, are you being honest and truthful about something? Because normally King of Swords is someone who is honest and true and forthright and has expertise and knowledge about something. But when it shows up in the reverse position, it says, be careful about not being fully honest. Don't tell half-truths. Don't tell white lies, especially when it comes to things that are about either giving birth or being creative or abundant or prosperity-minded, about like if your bank account is growing and you're saying something to someone that's dishonest about it. Be careful of that towards the end of the month. Or, this could be not taking advice from someone who's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, regarding, abundance or prosperity, things that are growing, things that are, this is also a person who is sexually satisfied and she's often pregnant. So there's something going on about not being 100% forthright or upright, or not seeing things to your best benefit at the end of the month. And that could either be you or someone else, Aquarius, who is not being 100% helpful or truthful, or just be careful to present things. Don't be the Knight of Swords in reverse at the end of the month, in other words, or be on the lookout for someone who is not 100% forthright. But it looks like again, your relationship energy is very strong towards the end of the month. It looks like you're going to be able to confide in someone or share your heart with someone. It could even be that something that is purely physical relationship ends up being an exchange of hearts. This can also be a marriage card or an acknowledgement of a relationship. And there's also some sort of cycle ending for you in May. This is 10 of Swords, which is usually a belief system. That means that you may have to let go of a certain way of thinking in order to connect with this wonderful and deep relationship energy. You can see that both of these cards are the ones that are surrounding this card. So 10 of Swords means all the swords represent thoughts, which is the air sign, the air element, which rules you, Aquarius. So it's like having too many thoughts, being too in your head. There's a cycle ending of a belief system, and that's going to actually help you connect to your relationship. Or it could go the other way, that your relationship helps you let go of this old belief system that is no longer serving you, that actually you can't continue with. And if you're in a relationship with a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, they're actually going to help you facilitate that. It's actually going to help you let go of a belief system that's no longer serving you. So that's my reading for you for May, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down in the comment section. I always love responding to those. And as always, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Yours in the stars.